Earl here was already doing a treadmill. Look
Look at all that sweat and success.
Get out of the way! Oh yeah, boy. Whale out with your tail out. What is this? What is this? Daddy, what are you doing with my tail? Huh? Oh, I'm so tired.
Meanwhile, the wife is sending hints to me. Oh, maybe I need to do more cardio. Let's just put a treadmill in the garage. Earl here was already doing a treadmill. Look
Look at all that sweat and success.
No, Ashley listed this treadmill up for sale. I guess we're still going to go through with getting the other treadmill and hopefully recoup some of our losses here with selling this treadmill. So, you need a treadmill? We got one. It's warm in the garage today, boys. I also don't feel too hot. Guts don't feel right. I haven't done anything with this, so let's go ahead and get started on it. Start sanding it down. I'm going to have to add some putty, and it's going to be a fun time. Let's have some good times. Alright, so got it shaped the way we wanted. I'm going to get some glazing putty, finish this off, and then we will prime this, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do after that. Now that took way longer than it looked. I got it like perfect. It looked really good. Then I started to sand it to blend the primer because I had a tape line, and my primer started clumping up like it wasn't dry. I was fairly certain it was dry. So I had some spots. I had to end up spot puttying again. And then my spot putty wouldn't dry. I was getting frustrated. I think I was not giving it enough time. So, but anyways, it looks alright now. I'll live with it. I thought I had a better shape around this corner before, but it still doesn't look bad. Once you put the bumper and everything on the tail light and stuff, I think it's still going to look good. So real quick off camera, I'm going to go ahead and use a foam sanding pad and get all these bare metal spots here, this lip in here, and get all these spots sanded, cleaned, and get some primer on them so there's some protection so this thing doesn't rust. Like, this thing's gonna last. This thing's got 229,000 miles on it. I mean, the car is spotless, given that, except for the rust spot on the driver's door, which I don't know what we're gonna do with yet. That's the only spot on the car that is rusted, and it's pretty bad. So I don't know if I'm going to get another door or what I'm going to do yet, but that's, and it's got a dent here, and it's rippled, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with that thing yet. Alright, I'm done for today. Bodywork is just not my thing, but whatever. Scuffed the whole trunk, scuffed around the side here because we're going to do a little with the black, you know, do a little something so that we can paint this side and have it somewhat match. But look at that, the tail light fits in there. It's not perfect. That side stick, this side doesn't come out quite as far. The trunk itself is out where it's supposed to be, but where this part attaches, it bent that in, and there was really no way of me hammering that back out, except for the stud puller, which did all right. So as you can see, not perfect, not in any way, but I'll take it, whatever. So yeah, that's one less thing I got to scuff. I just went ahead and scuffed that. I still got this whole bumper to do, but I got to fix it, and that's a lot of work. And then I got that whole front bumper to do, and then I got to scuff that bumper. So I got a lot of scuffing and stuff to do, and it's just it sucks, but it's got to be done to get this done the way I want it done. So we'll continue on this later on in the week. I'm going in, I'm tired. Look at the haze, boys. It's hazy in here. I just had the door open. I had a huge mess, got it all cleaned up, but I started hand sanding this with 80 grit, and then soon after that realized this is just gonna take forever. So this whole thing I went over with a wire wheel, that one, and now it still has grease and stuff on it. So what we're gonna do is I'll get the power washer fired up here maybe tomorrow, and we'll spray this down with degreaser and then power wash it, get it clean, dry it off. Might have to hit it with a little bit more sandpaper, and then we're gonna hit this with a rust reformer first before we put the truck bed liner on it. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I do have two Osmo Pockets. I'm using one, and that's my other one. They automatically update, and you hook them up to your phone. If there's firmware updates, they automatically update for you. That's what it's doing right now. So I already updated this one. It's supposed to optimize focus at nighttime and a bunch of other things. These things just keep getting better and better. I'm telling you, I love these cameras, and this is what I'm going to stick with on my channel.
Let's do me in. Yeah.
All right, so I'm starting to build a library. Got a Haynes manual for this. I also got a CD manual for the M45. They didn't make a paperback, so I'm gonna take the bumper outside, degrease it, spray it down. I don't know if I'll have enough time today. I said I was gonna do a rust reformer. I'm gonna do a etching primer on the whole thing first, and then we'll do the truck bed liner. But that's what I'm gonna do right now. I believe I have enough time, so let's get it out here. As for the rest of the build, I got all kinds of stuff here. So I got semi-gloss black. I got, which is, we're gonna do a lot with that, but it's gonna be coated with clear. As you can see, how many cans did I get? I thought I had more cans than that. Might not have enough to do everything I wanted to do. But this is the 2K clear that you mix from the bottom. As you can see, you puncture that, punctures a can inside, and you can spray it. If I had to get more of that, I'll get more of that. That stuff's a little pricey. But also I got 4 cans of this, And this, the texture of this, I compared to like sandpaper. When you put it on, it's a rough black surface. So this is what we're going to be using to do the bumper with after we use the self-etching primer. So we'll see how far this gets us. If I had to go to Harbor Freight and get more, I will. But I almost feel certain I'm going to have to get another can of this. I don't know though. If I can do the rear hatch, I remember I did the Eclipse front bumper, which was a lot. A surface area, but one cam was pretty much what I needed for that. And I need to do the front bumper on this, the rear hatch, and the rear bumper. So I don't know that I have enough here. We'll find out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need one more can. But I think this stuff's like $20-some a can. I can't remember. It's $16 to $20 a can online to order it. But this is the good stuff. If you were going to spray can clear, this is the stuff you want. Alright, so I have like 20 minutes. I did a whole bunch of stuff this morning. I used that whole can of self-etching primer on this, and it's coated, not the best. But we're gonna follow through with it. We're gonna use the truck bed liner and start spraying this. I don't really want to spend a lot of money on this car, so I'm not going to drive the whole way to Lewistown to get another can of primer to prime this. So this is going to be good enough. So be it. Let's start spraying. Now I'll put a couple coats on this now. If you didn't notice, the very last coat, the very last coat I did on the top side, I did it from a distance. And that's what gives you your texture. Whenever you do it, it makes it kind of like sandpaper. Another thing off the to-do list. Ta-da! Alright, so hear me out. Here's my thought process, okay? So we're doing the bumper in black. Not this bumper. We're going to do an Outback bumper. That one. I'm thinking I'm going to do a truck bed liner on the plastic part in the center. And then from this trim, we're going to go straight back from the trim here and do this in truck bed liner. Because I have a good bit left. But we'll do like the bottom of the rockers and the sides of the door. Because I got a little bit of body work to do right there from a dent. I wasn't going to do it, but if I'm going to spray it, I might as well do the body work. And I'm going to have to cut some of the skin off of this door. I was going to just replace it, but I do have steel here, and I think I can do something with this. This might not be so bad right here. I don't know. We'll try to clean it up. That area right there is going to have to be cut out and have sections welded in. So I'm going to try that because I've never done that before, so I might as well attempt it. But I'm thinking this is going to be a good color scheme. Also, the fenders that I got, the side fenders that I was going to do for the wide body, you know, I said it's going to be very difficult on the back. I ended up ordering different fenders. So they're going to be black, and they're going to be a rough black, so it'll kind of like match the rest of it. So I'll show you those when they come in, but they haven't come in yet. This is a riv nut tool, so that we can put riv nuts in the fenders and stuff to put the flares on, so that they're not just like thrown in with self tappers. I'm actually going to put riv nuts in the fenders, and they will just screw in then. So it'll be a permanent fixture, basically. I also got a Haynes manual. I don't know if I already went over that, but just, you know, since I'm pulling the motor, I thought I might as well have one around, so. How comes Every time I'm making bacon, you're bugging me. Huh? Why is that? It's my bacon. These was both good kitties. Said they both got some bacon, didn't they? You got some. He's acting like you didn't get any. You're a hog. You got more than your sister.
She's a good kid. Isn't she? What are you doing? Get! You lashing out?
Is that what that was?
Bad kitties don't get more bacon.
All right. So, mailman came and the flares came. Well, this is a mount for that push bar bumper. I went ahead and did it. But our flares came. Check them out. The front ones are smaller than the back ones. The back ones stick out really far. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the wheel spacers on the back. For the enhanced inspection, you can't have wheel spacers. So we will, for the final look, throw the wheel spacers on just to see what it's gonna look like. Now, these flares are a little wide, like from end to end here. So they are very easily like manipulated or whatever. So I'm gonna figure out how I want this on the back. May have to trim it just a tad by the door, but not that much. Just enough that the door clears it. As it sits right now, this will have to come in, and that'll have to come in, but we'll be able to shape it. And the front ones look good. Now I'm gonna have to mold it a little bit, but we'll use riv nuts for, you know, they'll be, all of them will be in the fender except for one will go into the bumper. But they look good. The spacing, everything looks really good. Now they stick out a little bit, but I like that look. I think that looks awesome. Honestly, I probably could have dealt with all four being that size, but we'll deal with it. The back ones are going to look good after you space those out. So the next thing on the list, I'm not going to be able to get to today. We'll have to get it tomorrow. Is I'm going to start on the repairs of this bumper. Okay, so as you can see, the bumper's really not that bad. We have a scuff right here, which will be, and there's a scuff right here. We might sand those a little bit smoother. We're not going to go crazy on them. A little scuff there, some scuffs there. And, you know, it is what it is. Right here, we are going to have to fix this crack. And I'm just going to use my plastic welder, and we're going to get this back to shape. And plastic weld this all back together. That's it. That's the damage on this. Then we need to scuff the whole thing because I'm going to paint it black. I think I might do the bottom in the truck bed liner, the bottom part here, but the rest of it is going to be a gloss black, which is going to match the rest of this. So here I am out here playing around in the garage. Ashley's in here playing around on her computer. And I come in here and what did you do? What did you do?
I want a vehicle.
So that's right. So now on top of everything else I'm doing right now, working on the Subaru and stuff, now I gotta go pick up a car before I go to work today. Nah, she did a good job on this one. I think she did. This isn't even a I won't even classify this as a project. This is just I don't even know. A quick turnaround. We'll just say it that way. Happy to say I got home from work. This is the replacement. It's actually the nicest light we have. This one is the one I bought used, and the top tab is busted on it, but it's held by so many other bolts that it doesn't even really matter. Plus, here's the old one that still has two very good tabs on it. So, I mean, need be, I'll try to plastic weld them onto there, whatever. That one's got all the tabs. The lens is nice. We're not breaking that one open. It's good. Alright, real quick, guys. I know I had a lot more plans for this in this episode. We're cutting them short because I had to go pick up that vehicle. I actually have it here now, but it's nighttime. You're not going to get a good view of it, so we will video it. But while I'm thinking about it, if you guys haven't seen what's going on, there's been like some big scam going on with YouTube, and it's in the automotive YouTube community, and like 4 or 5 really big YouTube channels got completely deleted. Like, they lost all their videos, all their subscribers, everything, and the people had to start back over from scratch. YouTube says they can't do anything about it. They're not doing anything about it. Apparently they sent out, it was like some really well drawn up like sponsorship thing, and they sent this link to, I guess it was supposed to be a video game or whatever, and they sent them this link, and they said to download it. It was a clip that they wanted them to use in the sponsor video of the video game, and when they click the link, it actually like sends them all their information and stuff, and they get a hold of their Google account, and then it's a Russian site, and they're selling these YouTube channels on the black market, and these people are, I don't even know who's, China or whatever, they're buying these channels, and then they're posting a whole bunch of copyrighted material on there, trying to get a bunch of viral videos to collect all that money from the monetization, because these channels are monetized. It's sick, because that makes me sick to my stomach. I got 300 and some videos, given my channel's not that great, and I don't have a big following like these people, but I just couldn't imagine losing all that. But I know, I mean, me personally, I'm fine. If my channel drops, I don't live off my channel. But some of these people, that's what they live off of, like their channel. And like one of these channels that I watch all the time, is Built. And I think it's a really good channel. You guys should check it out. It is currently not Built, because he had 130,000 subscribers, and after this happened, he had to start over from scratch. So he started his channel back over as Built Official, and I'm going to put a link to that on the end of this video, where I normally have a link to my wife's page or Sean's page or whatever. So if you haven't, go check that out. Click that link and go check his channel out. It's good stuff. He builds some crazy cars, so go check that out. But we will get back to this, but currently the build that I just got is going to take precedent over this, because it is supposed to be a quick flip, and it ended up not being as quick of a flip as I want it to be. So we are going to push this to the side so I can do the work on this new build. And by new build, do not get excited. It's not like I got anything spectacular. I got a cheap car. I mean, Ashley did. Ashley got a cheap car. And we're going to fix it up and get it on the road, okay? So that's the way it's going to be. And we're going to take a trip to Johnny's to get the parts to fix it. So if you like this episode, go check out some of my other episodes. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Oh, you almost got her.
Yeah! 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 All right!
I found all that shimmers in this world is sure to fade.